Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and I'm here with Drake Bailey, and we're just doing a video short today because we have a few things we'd like to clear up, and Drake has a few things that he wants to say, and so that's what we're going to do. We're not going to do questions and answers this week, but next week we will.
Okay, very simply. I have mentioned on occasion over about a 10-year period a thing called the plan. This was developed from the Korean War by the military, and it has become a very sought-after set of documentation. A couple of people I know of who have the capability validated and verified that not only was it there where I said it was, but to go along with it, it stipulated exactly what I said the plan was about. This plan concerns several things. One of them is the shutdown of the United States that they're blaming on the virus. Well, there's a problem with that, and the problem is very simple. If a person takes 3 items, actually 4, the first one, Gail got a picture of it and put it on there. It's called host defense. Second one is dandelion. Third one is
Vitamin C?
No.
Vitamin C is good though.
Zinc.
Oh yeah, zinc.
Hold on a minute, then they got one more. Copper. Those 4 items, when you ingest them, makes you for pretty much bulletproof. Now there's another item out there. Everybody's been running around trying to find some kind of hand sanitizer. Okay, I'll make a suggestion. If you want the truth, apple cider vinegar kills it. You take a capful, do it in your hands after you wash them, you're good to go. It can also be ingested. So if you do got it, it's gone. Okay, I wanted to clear that up simply because a lot of people need to know that information. Now, the basis of what we're going through was known back in 2013. It didn't come to my attention until 2017. And you can find some news clips that verify that they knew about the coronavirus that far back. They also knew about the plan to open Pandora's box, or whatever, however you want to look at that, in terms of turning it loose. They knew what would happen. The ideology is not so much a fear of the virus itself, because it's not really all that nasty. The idea is to keep people willingly in their homes. The reason for that is multifaceted. What has taken place is that the messengers, have gone out to the heads of each of the governments of all 188 countries on this planet, and stipulated that they are to follow our leadership. None of this is going to make mainstream media for some time yet. However, we have a plan working where the adoption, this came from Q, I believe. He added a little bit of it. It comes from the adoption of a Republican form of government very, very similar to our own. And I mean, so close that you couldn't tell them apart. For each and every country on the planet. Out of all these countries, they will pick a representative. It's called the Grand Council of Earth. What that Grand Council of Earth will decide is 6 representatives: Southeast Asia, the United States, or Americas to include Canada and Mexico, South America, Europe. All of these will be represented. There's about 6-8 positions. All of the things that are needed in terms of the betterment of mankind. In other words, people don't got floors in houses. I've seen this in Southeast Asia. They throw up what's called a hooch, and they drive poles in the ground and thatch that mother, and that's their house. There isn't any floor in there. So
We have
they
that.
have to hustle. Well, they have to hustle, uh, planting and harvesting rice and caring for it, or they don't eat. It's pretty bleak, barren lifestyle. The ideology is that when we get this council of countries worked out and put together, we will have the needs in certain individual areas. It may be that there's 3 countries that need pretty much the same sorts of things, and with the capability of the whole world tending to it, those needs can be met. In other words, better lifestyle, everybody kind of working towards a common goal. And the reason that we have the sequester of people, or the confinement of people in their homes, the excuse used is the virus. Well, the virus don't mean squat. It's not much more than a common cold on steroids. That means it was a weightlifter, and it can dink you on the head. It can kill you. The things that kill are usually respiratory problems pre-existing the advent of the virus. That's normally what takes place. Supposedly, and this is a nice rumor, it was genetically designed to attach to Asian blood, to Chinese blood, and don't forget, they also included the Iranians. As opposed to the one particular kind that they put out, just so that Iran can die. Well, horse hockey. It's not quite that sophisticated or high level tech. What it is basically is an extraordinarily infectious flu. Literally, that's all it is. However, it is a flu that comes at you like a weightlifter. And I know people have been to the gym or seen some musclehead walking down the street, and you go, "Wow, man, what? Be careful you don't fall on me," kind of thing. And so, keeping people in their homes, and this is right now. Remember that. That's the key. As we get this council together from different countries, wants, needs, greeds, whatever it may be, then we get the representative council. Like I said, it might be maybe a dozen, if that many people. All of the things that people need, or problems that they need to address that they don't see a way to do, is written down. These will be presented to the Earth Ruling ET Council. Now, they have the primary control of the planet, like it or not. There's several million ships upstairs. Nobody can see them. Hey, it's real hard to detect them. They're there, and each one of them has a crew. Some are troop ships, some are detention ships, some are mother ships. There's a plethora. I primarily deal with an ET entity known that I call Lucor. That is the best translation of his name that I can come up with. It don't work in any languages, so I had to kind of bend some things. Think about speaking in Russian, Chinese, and Outer Slabovian in one name, and you get the picture. It hurts you. It hurts your tongue and stuff when you try to pronounce this stuff. So anyway, the ideology is very simple. I call this entity Lucor. This is the chief science officer of the Earth Protection Force. Earth Protection Force is there because we are critical to our galaxy. We are the keystone planet of the galaxy. Now, you go look it up in masonry, and there is a keystone that holds it all together. That's what we are. That's why we are being protected. Plus, there's a load of nasty things out there, specifically, or most specifically, pirate types. And by pirate types, I'm talking about think of a nasty whatever on a Star Trek level, and you get the picture. We're not well equipped to deal with such things. So they put that in place. We have adjusted things. There was a control matrix. It's gone. I helped rip it apart. There used to be large clone manufacturing facilities spread all over the planet. Back about 5 years ago, we did a little mission of total destruction of these things. They can, most of them can no longer produce. Then you have the butt wipes that are playing games with, or decided they were going to play games with the weather. People have heard of weather wars. Well, I went and looked, and oh my goodness, these things were scattered all over the place. Little machines doing their thing, causing tornadoes and hurricanes, and so I started blowing them up. All you got to do is short them out, and they go kaboom. Anyway, so there has been a lot of work on ET level. Now it's our turn. And this is my challenge to the present and current administrations worldwide. Anybody that's from a foreign country, get in touch with your foreign representative. I don't care. Local governments, anybody you can get a hold of, and leave them one simple message. They used to have a thing, they were called quinine pills, and you take the little itty bitty tablet, put it in a canteen of water, close it up, shake it up just a little bit so it mixes in, and it made itself into quinine water. Quinine water has been being used for thousands of years planet-wide without any adverse effects or results. Now, there was a couple, and I question their sanity and their brains, who decided to drink a fish tank cleaner that was heavy on the
I read about that.
heavy on the quinine, and it killed the guy. I don't know if he drank more than she did or what. She's in the hospital. Don't drink Drano to try to get rid of the coronavirus, or bleach, or any of these other squirrely things.
Blame it on the president.
That stuff don't work. What does work, if you want to take something that really takes care of the problem, apple cider vinegar. 1 capful in your hands, rub it together, and it kills anything that's not supposed to be there on your hands. I mean, everything. It don't matter what it is. It don't care what it is. Now, you take a teaspoon or so of that. You can do a tablespoon if you can stand it, and a big glass of water, and drink it. Then you know that anything on the inside is also going to flop over dead. If you want to be immune, simply follow the 4 items that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, and you'll be fine. My wife and I haven't been sick in years. As soon as we discovered this, we started taking it. Bingo. So the situation is this, and this is a challenge. I'm putting this out to each and every last viewer who listens to this and pays attention. We need to call every government representative you can get a hold of. I don't care if it's a dog catcher, but everybody you can get a hold of. And raise hell that they're not putting out the quinine shots. Yeah, that's right. I got a shot before I went to Vietnam. Why? They got mosquitoes over there that can run off with a dinner plate. They're nasty. Okay? I got bit on a whatever's by one and put me in a hospital. Put me on a hospital boat for about 2.5 weeks. I was in a coma for what damn near killed me. They said it was homegrown, jungle variety, viral encephalitis. Fried some of my memories and stuff. This is not something to fool with, okay? Had I known, I'd have been taking that stuff, I wouldn't have been bothered, but didn't know. So the situation is simple. Most people who get this, between 80 and 90% ain't gonna have any more problems than making sure they don't run out of Kleenex. Oh, and I understand everybody's been buying that stuff out at the store too, so you know, see if you can find some somewhere. At any rate, you can have a runny nose and you ain't gonna feel good for maybe 3 days, 4 days, and that's it. Now, you got maybe 20 to 30% above that. Half of them might need to see a doctor. I said might. That's maybe, not you gotta go. That's a maybe. That's half, okay? So let's break it down to you know, what we got left. 5, 10% maybe. Of those, 70% are going to be fine if they take something that's over the counter from a drugstore. They'll be all right. You won't have to worry about it. Of the people that 100 people, somewhere around 2% need hospital care. And that's it. That is the limitation. To address this directly, very simply, I challenge each and every last government employee to start screaming at their supervisor that we, the people, want quinine water. We want the pills to treat water so that we can make our own. It don't make, bring that, bring the quinine shot program right here. If somebody needs a shot, cool. I mean, well, and if you can drink the stuff, and it makes the water taste a little icky, but hey.
I'd much rather drink something. I don't trust any shots. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is some people, as soon as they have a shot, if somebody's about to die from it, yeah, give them a shot.
Yeah.
That will straighten it up. There are a bunch of dinks out there. One of the pansies is the governor of New York State. That boy's been on going, ew, and that's all he does. He doesn't offer any solution. We want the government the federal government to come up with masks and ventilators and that. No, forget all the bull. Quit playing with yourself, and let's get real. Quinine works. Quinine water is cheap. We supposedly are working with South Korea. Guess what they used? Quinine water.
Can't they just buy tonic water too, Drake? I mean, that's got quinine.
You can, but I know quinine does it. All right, beyond a doubt, it's been being used for thousands of years. It just started getting popular when the pharaohs of Egypt dictated that you will drink some, and you ain't got to do this continually. You do this every once in a while, not all the time. Now we were in areas where some of the normal bugs that people would have to use a microscope to see in the water, and you want a large charge and go, ooh, look at your water from your tap under a microscope. You'll freak out, I guarantee you. All kind of little critters going back and forth.
I never forget the first time I had a biology class, Drake, and I saw in a microscope water. Freaked out all the little.
Well, try this. Over there in Southeast Asia, these things are big enough that they try to eat the fish. I mean, these are bugs that are, like I said, they're on steroids. Okay. The quinine pill that we put in our canteen, that's 1 quart of water, and mixed in, took care of that. We could actually take water down. One of the things everybody stipulated is stay away from rice paddies. The reason being is the type of fertilizer is used is a combination of every kind of waste, be it water buffalo or people or it, all mixed in as fertilizer. Stay away from that water. But a little creek flowing through, you check it out and make sure that it's flowing independently of the rice paddy. That water was great. Oh, and it was neat. In the mountains, ice cold. It's 130 degrees. Cowabunga. Everybody threw all their clothes in the air and jumped in the water, okay? The thing about this is, I am asking, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm asking, you want to end this? You tired of the BS? Well, it's very simple. It's called quinine water. And you can get a lot of these things at camping and equipment stores, and places like that. They got it. So it's common, is what I'm saying. What is uncommon is allowing us to be shut down. Now, the thing about being shut down on that excuse can be ended. And I mean ended quickly. It took South Korea a total of 11 days, and they didn't have any more cases, unless somebody was really stupid. So this is something to bear in mind. This is not long. This is all just an informational deal from me to everybody out there. If you can get a hold of a government employee, if you can get a hold of your representatives, mayors, whatever, call everybody's office and say, I want my quinine water now, and see what happens. If enough people complain and bitch, you're going to get your way. Very simply. Then you got to past that, past those local people who look at you and go, oh, it's all right. Don't worry about it. We got it. Outside of your state, you got the federal government Any phone number, doesn't matter what it is. Call them up and say, hey, we want our quinine water, and we want it now. Real simple, not complicated. Everybody out and spread the word for everybody else to do the same. That's all I'm asking. I already put it out on my Cosmic Voice Facebook page, and there's 20-some thousand people on there, and I guarantee you it will start going crazy very, very shortly. I would ask the same of all of you. How about that?
So, what about arrests?
What rest?
Arrests.
Arrests? Well, those are happening. Each and every last one of the major players that everybody's familiar with, household name kind of thing, the indictments are being released as we speak. Actually, they got released in secret 2 days ago. So they got notified. Did you notice the difference in Pelosi all of a sudden? Oh, the Willy Boogers are coming after me. Oh my. Schumer, I hope you enjoy a orange jumpsuit. I really do. And I will get pictures and post them everywhere.
What about the
Now,
serious?
we have one problem that is not easy to get a hold of, and that's George Soros. This boy stays out of the United States because if he comes here, he will be arrested. Now, he stays out there and does his thing by sending money to different places and locations in order for them to resist or cause problems, whether it's a riot or whatever. Doesn't make any difference. He's doing it all. Hey, college kid, want to pad your expense account a little bit? I'm offering $750 a week cash. Ooh. All you gotta do is go beat this guy over the head with a protest sign and you're good to go. That sort of thing. He has been kicked out of 15 countries that I know of. Him and his, I don't know what you call it, administrative mess that he brings with him. So he is not, by any means, welcome in a whole lot of places. I'm trying to get an international arrest warrant up for the man. I don't care how rich he is or what he thinks, but he has.
I can't believe there isn't one already, really.
Well, he's paid for the insurgency. Several of the riots that I know of, and they have proof of it. The agencies, the political action committees, or whatever you want to call them all, they rolled over on him. Why? They didn't want to do 2 to 15 in federal prison for insurrection. That's a treasonous charge. Ouch. Well, this boy is guilty of a whole bunch of different things, that being one of them. And I would like to see an international arrest warrant. I'm going to appeal to the ICC, International Criminal Court, in The Hague, and see if they would be willing to entertain such an idea. I'll find out if there's cost involved or whatever. I'll see what I can do about arranging for them to get paid. But this has got to stop. And anyway, so quinine water. Oh, and I'm looking forward to them juicy arrests. Ooh. I want to hear Pelosi screech. I want to know if I'll be able to hear her 400 miles away across a couple of mountaintops. I bet I will. I bet it'll echo this far.
Real quick, Drake, what about the 10 days of darkness? Is that going to happen or what?
No.
It's not going to happen?
That is a very ancient prophecy, not connected to any religious groups or beliefs or anything that I know of, but a sort of an off the cuff. This is gonna happen to you. Well, whoopity doo.
I thought it was just going to be that the internet and TV and all that stuff was going to be shut down. I'm not talking about physical darkness.
I understand. Well, they have a combination of the two. Okay. So far, the internet has been the savior of a whole bunch of things, college classes and all kinds of stuff. So I look at the internet as a benefit. I don't see any reason to shut it down. President Trump and the people that would be in position to do so have also stipulated that is not in the cards and not considering it. So we're free to travel inside our country right now. it might be a real bummer to try to travel outside the country. You know, if somebody won't let you land, you're liable to get your feet pretty wet in the ocean. Well, you know, break out the floaty, man.
Okay.
But there's not too much that these people are going to leave out of this. Part of a portion, and a good portion of the structure of what's coming has been laid out by ET very succinctly in great detail. So there shouldn't be any doubts by the people that are going to do it. We're going to eventually be a cashless society. Right now we're going to let that run. But the ideology of countries coming together to see to each other's needs, that's huge.
And peace.
That's where you come into the true meaning of humanitarianism.
We're talking about peace too, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, if you convert to the kind of government that we have in terms of the structure, it's a real mother to declare war or start a war or anything else. Very simple, not complicated. Okay?
Okay, there were a few other things we were going to mention.
Just that ET's heavily involved. And yes, I work with them all the time. And the funny thing, everybody needs to get to know an ET well enough to find out what their funny bone is. Now, by that I mean everybody has jokes and whatnot with a punchline, and everybody giggles about it. If you can get to the point where you can cause an ET to giggle, you got a long-term friend there, I'll tell you.
Okay, I guess what I was referring to was the disclaimer we talked about prior to starting.
Disclaimer of
the channel and the comments and the criticism and the attacks on me and so on and so forth, and I'm almost, was ready to stop doing the show.
Okay, here it is, guys. I'm on Gail's show. It's not the other way around. I may have a lot of knowledge that nobody else has, and that's all well and good. I'm willing to share it. However, criticism is welcome, so long as it is constructive criticism. That's where you say, well, I know how to fix that. Call us up, get in touch. It's there if you are willing to get rid of the trolls who think it's funny to, I don't like your hairdo, you're going to have to get a bob. I can just imagine how far that'd go.
Well, I don't appreciate people telling me, we don't want to hear from you, we only want to hear from Drake. Because it's my show, and quite frankly, I will state how I feel about something and what I know. And when I know something, I will say it. And if you don't like that, you can turn off my channel and you can listen to Drake on Saturday, and you don't have to hear anything from me.
I don't cover the same material on my show as you do on yours, first of all. Secondly,
I just don't need all the negativity.
Well, secondly, here's the deal. If you can help, get in touch with Gail. She's not a techie.
No, I'm not.
The way I communicate with computers is with a hammer. Does that tell you anything? Computers and I don't like each other very much. But the deal is this, okay? If you want to continue to ask questions, that's fine. I don't have a problem answering it. However, be reasonable. Just objecting because you can is the type of teardown that nobody needs, whether it's Gail or me or you or whatever. Think about somebody being after you. You're doing something gratis. You're trying to do a nice job of it, and I think Gail does a good job. So where do you get off with the we need to put you in the toilet and see if we can flush it? Dude, why don't you objectors and trolls climb in the toilet first and let Gail flush it?
Nasty comments will be removed.
Okay. The interesting part about all this is that, freedom of speech came up when I was having fun with comments during my show. I said, post it on the Facebook page. I'm not a member. I wonder why. Well, some people have caused trouble and they've been removed from the Facebook page. All they want to do is complain about everything. They don't offer any constructivism of any sort. They do not volunteer to help. So consequently, see ya.
Yeah, if you're going to criticize and you don't have a solution, or you don't have something to offer that's going to help, then I was always taught, and I think it's a good policy, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. Or else just
Now,
turn the channel.
that does not apply to politicians.
I'm not a
But
politician.
seriously, everybody out there needs to be a little bit nicer. It ain't gonna hurt you. And some of the ideology of objection. Wait. Just a minute. Just- some of the fun and games that goes with this is very simple. You probably have some kind of a question you really want answered. Ask it. I'm open to almost anything except the color of my underwear or which leg I stick in first. Other than that, we're good. Okay. I'm going to beg off of here. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much. This was a short video, and we just want to put something out there. Otherwise, I wasn't going to even do a show because of the negativity that came out on the last 2 shows. But anyway, I hope we've cleared that up. We do the best we can, and thank you, Drake, for your time. And we'll do questions next week.
You're more than welcome. Bye, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for listening. I just want to know we just did a very short show this week, and part of that is because of all the nasty comments and so on. As Drake said, I'm not a techie, and some of the things I didn't have any control over. I'd also like to say that in spite of Drake saying no, vitamin C is also a good source to be helpful with this, and any cold virus for that matter. And there are a lot of natural remedies out there as well. And we will be doing another show. I will be doing one with Iana, and we will talk about some of that as well. And also, it's very important for everyone to stay positive now. That's absolutely critical. Meditation is possible. You're at home, take advantage of it. Meditate. Go into your heart center and stay positive. We need that desperately on the planet right now. So thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. And have a wonderful week and enjoy your time at home while you have it. Take care. Bye.